It's a Thursday morning here on the AM Show. My name is Benedict Owusu. We'll talk sports, and today we've got lots to talk about here on the show. Well, we'll do an interview, and after that, we'll definitely bring you a highlight of what happened in the UEFA Champions League yesterday. Barcelona making it to the next stage of the competition, as well as Manchester City. Well, Arsenal drew 2-2 with Paris Saint-Germain. Also, the Black Queens yesterday held Nigeria to a 1-1 draw. We'll catch highlights of that game as well. So lots going to happen here on the show. But even before we do that, well, today I'm privileged to have in the studio Senior John Owisi Adadivo. Well, we're talking about the Best Image Award for the 2015-2016 Ghana Premier League season. Remember, the league season, ended some few months ago, and for the first time in our history, and some of us benefited a lot from this, Image initiative, where we saw photo album or library of pictures in this season's Ghana Premier League. So normally when you go to various sites on myjohnline.com and other sites, you saw pictures of this beautiful, awesome lady. And today we are privileged to have her in the studio, and we're going to talk briefly about the Image Award scheme. It's the first time this is happening. It has never happened in Ghana, and it's for the last season's Premier League. That's the 2015-2016 Ghana Premier League season. My dear, thanks so much for joining me, and good morning.
My pleasure, my pleasure.
First of all, why this award initiative?
Well, it's also, primarily is to project the beautiful sportsmanship, the strong sportsmanship that is universal. Whatever league you're watching, our league is just the same. Maybe the physical infrastructures are not there, but like you said, when you go through the photos, if you don't see a stadium that is not up to level, you won't know that this is right here in Ghana. The jams, the attacks, the headers and all that. It was beautiful. So.
A very colorful pictures we saw on various sites. What motivated you to even do this? Because this is the first time. It has never happened before.
Yes. With the coverage itself, right? After I had shot Mayweather's fight in Vegas, I guess with my gears, we're having a drink, and a journalist from another country said to me, "Oh, so where are you from?" And I probably said Ghana. And then another Googled and said, "Oh, I guess we don't have much of you." And then I got it. Like, he had Googled and he didn't see what I just done. And that for me was a blow to my professional ego. So I came back home with the intent of, like, 3 months, let me intensively stock image on sports. Soccer happens to be where there is that perimeter that you can shoot and project what you really want to say. So I got into it. The players got to love the photos. They would actually personally call me, "Madam, we called you first, come," So it was beautiful. The media houses, like you said, were using the photos beautifully. Every photographer's, mission is to have his or her photos seen by as many audience as possible. And so to have almost all media houses in Ghana use it, that, my dear, was an incentive.
How challenging was it? Because I can imagine you travel to Idoma, Dansoman, Accra Stadium, Tema.
Well, it was tricky, because people were not used to my gears. And so I'll have people go like, look, it's DSTV, you can't come and record. So I had that challenge, but with time, even with the officials, I was driven away from a few stadia, but we got to resolve that. Listen, this is a still image production. This is not an a motion production. So yes, and sports itself is challenging. And with all due respect, it's really a males-dominated thing because the gears are heavy. So, but when you get through that, it's all brain work, and I guess I was up for the.
Tell me, what is the Best Image Awards?
The Best Image Awards is to bring the quote-unquote, they're not too much football people. Let's go beyond the hardcore football people. Let's project into a nation, because you see all the leagues that are making the waves all over the globe is because the populace are involved. People troop to the stadium. Not everybody who troops to a stadium really knows into detail what football is about, but it's just a euphoria. So I guess, okay, let people see that you can have such entertainment, such passion, such enthusiasm right down here in Ghana. So we decided that, okay, first of all, we were not getting direct response on our pages when the photos were used. But when you media houses use it, we saw it. And when the players use it, that was mind-blowing. It was beautiful to see the comments and other players, you hacker melodies, you did this. It was beautiful. So we said, let's use this. We asked players and media houses, please credit us. Of course, that's the laudable thing. That is by the professional standard, but people don't do it. But we still took the initiative. We preached the gospel. tag us so we can monitor the photos. People did. Those who did are to be rewarded. And so we had a cutoff point. We have 16 categories: defending, attacking, mid-air, celebration.
Okay, so that's where I was going to, because normally when you go for the MTN FA Cup Awards, you know that there will be a defender of the year, goal of the year, as well as MVP. So what are some of the categories?
Officiating, coaching, administrators, the fans, because this is also this is mainly targeted at the fans. The fans celebration, like I said, best defending, best attacking, and then sportsmanship.
Okay.
Our sports people are supposed to know that, be it in action or off action, or out of action, on the pitch, off the pitch, they are being monitored. By virtue of them playing, they become societal icons. So the cameras will always be on them. So we got photos of how you reacted when somebody fell, how you reacted to a referee's decision. So we have that category to best sportsmanship. So it's very easy. You have to go to our page, images. Whilst you're there, please like it. So you have to go to our page and see the various categories. So let me use the fans, for example, so I don't be biased. Let's say fan, you text FAN. So the photos are labeled from A to E. Okay. So whatever your choice is between A and E, you text fan first, then you text the letter, and you text to 1446 across all networks. Please repeat that. Okay, so whatever your choice is, first of all, you have to go on to images, then you look at the various categories. Each picture in each category is labeled from A to E. Whatever your choice is, first type the category name. Let's use the fans. So it's FAN. Okay. Then if your choice is A, B, C, E, you text A, B, whatever your choice is. You text it there, and you send the text to 1446. 1446 across all networks. 1446 across all networks. And when is this happening? No, it's already started, but we saw that not everybody was getting it, so we actually had some technical challenges. People were not doing the texting well. So we're supposed to have ended next week, but we had to end on the 20th of December because people didn't get the instructions. So it's a flaw on our part. We're taking, we're taking the challenge for it. So we'll end on the 20th. On the 20th. Is there anything else you want to add? That there's not going to be the usual pageantry of an awards night because this is to pull the society to our games. So these awards will be presented to the people, to the winners individually in their localities or on training pitches, and have the society talk about them, share with us. So if I get what you mean, it's not going to be like where you have an awards night at a banquet hall or maybe at the conference center, but rather you go to Dansoman Karindorf Park, Tema Stadium. I should hire you as my peer. You go to the Doma Park and you just present the awards. That's awesome. And let me also say that this initiative is proudly being endorsed by the FA. Okay. They thought it was laudable. Absolutely, because this is the first time it's happening. That's never happened before. You see. And you get to see lovely pictures of players, officials, and even journalists, because I've seen pictures of myself. I remember, was it at the Dansoman Park? Yeah, I was just walking around the place. The passion, you see, sports is about passion, and it's about how you communicate that to people, and it's beautiful watching all of you in play. Sports is not only about the footballers. That's why we have the fans. That's why we have the officiators. Yeah, that's why we have check this one out. There's this lovely picture of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Just look at this one. Yes. I mean, this probably can qualify as a picture of the season. That's my picture of the season. Yeah. Very, very nice picture. Yeah. And then, Benedict, there's been this issue of people saying on our pages that why is it they bring out certain photos? Why didn't they make it? There are two reasons. One, maybe you didn't tag us, and so we couldn't monitor it. Two, this is to project a good image of the Premier League. So, for example, a photo that was taken to the disciplinary committee to win a case of tackling, bad tackling, we are happy for that. We're very happy we made that, change in the game. But we don't want to encourage such characters because human as we are, whatever brings attention is what will continue. So certain photos were technically dropped because that is not what we're trying to project or portray of her. And this is not the first of it. We'll definitely see more. No, that's why it's 2016. So it's going to be, seasonal. So better days ahead. Thank you so much, my sister. And you're doing a great job. So that was Senor John. I will see at Dadivo Image, the Best Image Award for the 2015-2016 Ghana Premier League season. Just check it out. There is more on our Facebook page, and also you can join us
on Twitter at Joy Sports GH, also on Facebook at Joy Sports, and you can also read more sports stories for yourself. You get to the Manjo Online Sports page. But quickly, yesterday some matches were played in the UEFA Champions League. I'll just run through the results for you before I take leave of you. Paris Saint-Germain played Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium. They drew 2-2, and also Ludogorets drew goalless with Basel, with Besiktas. So there you go on your screens. Benfica, Besiktas drew 3-3. Atletico Madrid, PSV Eindhoven. It was 2-0 in favor of Atletico Madrid, and Borussia Mönchengladbach, Manchester City, Celtic, Barcelona winning by 2-0. Lionel Messi scored both goals for Barcelona. Napoli drawing goalless with Dynamo Kiev, and also Ludogorets, as I noted earlier, drew goalless with Basel. Arsenal 2, Paris Saint-Germain 2. So that's the UEFA Champions League. We'll definitely bring you more highlights in our subsequent sports bulletins. But away from the UEFA Champions League, we can also talk about the Black Queens because yesterday they held Nigeria to a 1-1 draw in their second group game at this year's African Women's Championship currently ongoing in Cameroon. So what it means is that both teams have 4 points because Ghana won their first game against Kenya by 3-1. Nigeria also defeated Mali by 6-0. So we'll bring you that highlight later as well. But what you should also know is that the other group game, that one involving Mali and Kenya, and the 3-1 in favor of Mali. That's how we end sports here on the M Show. My name is Benedict Owusu. Enjoy the rest of the program after this short break.